Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Hello, folks, and welcome to the Mechpit chat. What up, boys? It's Ironcaster here to kind of come start us into the week. It has been such a nice little relaxing week after a much too hot day. Or much too hot week. No, actually, it was pretty cool today. Just all last week, I feel like I was melting, and I'm not built for that. It's all awful. Like I don't know. No. Let's try to keep things below like 85. I'll be happy. But that's all in the past. That's behind us, and we've got a new week ahead of us. Real quick, let me say hello to you guys out there. What up, awesome one? First, as always, and thank you for showing up. Dropping the double, dude, too. Dude squared. That's what I love to see. You're getting all mathematical on us. Vince, always happy to see you. Hey, back to you. And of course, Clifton 3D. What's up, my man? All things considered, it was like I said, dude cubed. Bravo. You know, all things considered, it's a pretty quiet week, and you know, we're sort of in this little kind of quiet where not a ton of news really happens. I didn't have much to really go off of for this week, so we'll have to kind of make do in the meantime. Because let's see, this week for the world of Tokusatsu, I finished up a Kamen Rider series, and I had a chance to go rewatch Shin Kamen Rider, so I think I might have to, and which has got me to kind of reevaluate what I think about those. And I might have to go make some adjustments to the tier list. So let's go ahead and get that done, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll go load up again. Maybe we'll go load up some Well, I can't talk. We'll load up a mech game and we'll have a little fun tonight. So we might as well do something. Let me bring this up because I got to make some adjustments. This is, of course, this is my little Mechpit, my little Kamen Rider list that I've been using for kind of rating shows as I watch them and finish them up. And I need to make some adjustments because, like I said, I had a couple thoughts. So in preparations for Talk Hard tomorrow, where I'm sitting down with Pops and Loki for a little talk about a movie I ranked really high last year. You know, I was fortunate enough to sit down and watch Shin Kamen Rider again. And, you know, last year I remember leaving the theater. I'm like, I really like this movie. And the more I kind of sat on it, I was liking it. But, you know, sort of time went on, you know, kind of a lot of the stuff about it kind of faded on me. And rewatching it last night, a little bit more of the issues were kind of shining through to me. So, you know, just a little bit of the editing issues really stood out to me. And I don't know. I think we're gonna have to drop it down. As much as I enjoyed it, it's not that S rank that I thought it was. And I also finished X8, which 45 episodes, a little short, pretty neat. Kamen Rider X8 is, you know, it's fine. I feel like maybe the end kind of suffered a little bit, but we'll put it below. No, we'll put it above Shin. And that was basically about my main update for the week. And we'll just kind of update that as we go. What's up with you guys though? This is, you know, just a little bit of bookkeeping on my end, and I I want to kind of keep that up to date because as time goes on, it's really interesting to see where my feelings on certain shows go. Plus, I have all these I now need to to get to at some point. Oh boy, there's so many. I don't know. It's unfortunately like I didn't get a chance to do a ton of prep, so we're kind of fly by the seat of our pants today because, well, I think that's I think that's a bit of a fun one. So let me see what's coming up because you know what we'll just shift over real quick to a little bit of anime talk because the summer season's starting to get upon us, and this might be a good chance to sit and kind of look at what's coming up. You know, always always grateful to Brandon the Anime Guy for showing me the site because AniList has been such a great help for me. So let's pull up the summer season. And as I've been kind of looking over it all, I haven't done a ton of looking at too much of it, but nothing's really popped out at me. Like, I think I've got like 2 or 3 series that I was having any type of interest in. You know, I might go check out the Deer anime, which I think's, let's see, yep, comes out on, looks like Crunchyroll in like 12 days. My dear friend, Dokotan. No one knows Toroko used to be a delinquent. All of her classmates only knew her as a perfect student. But everything changes when Nokotan, a transfer student with antlers, enters her life. Now, Toroko. Antlers aren't the only strange thing about Nokotan. Her dear nose can sniff out Toroko's secret past. Whether it's at school or the zoo, chaos follows those doe-eyed girls every step. Toroko has so many questions. Is Nokotan a deer, a girl, or something in between? And there's been like some song out of this been kind of like already kind of hit a little bit of attention and well let me go see what might as well go track down the meme and see what we're doing with this. As it stands, it's set in currently the number 7 for most popular, and even though the anime hasn't aired yet, so I looks like the manga is the thing that's really helping to push it up. Which, to jump over here, the manga is listed as slapstick, surreal comedy, animal humans with animal ears, which duh, urban fantasy, school club, female protagonist, shonen, and primarily female cast. So it's going to be a fairly this one I think just based on a lot of the tropes might be a fairly kind of run of the mill high school anime that is going to be fairly popular in the end. It's going to have its popularity, but it's not really going to stand out. And again, look, we're purely looking at just the raw like labels that assigned with it. It's one that's kind of got me. Such a pity. Dude cubed. How good is she with truffles? Well, the thing is, I don't think she's quite a pig, but you never know. Maybe she'll surprise us all. And she'll be really good at truffle hunting. Then of course we also have, for some reason, the Suicide Squad Isekai. Where is this airing? Okay, this has been HBO Max. And well, we knew that Warner Brothers was going to be doing that, was going to be going more into anime, and well, here we are with it. Here, let me pull up that little poster, and I've got mixed feelings. I don't like modern Harley Quinn, but I do like the anime redesign. Oh god, and She reminds me of the blood girl chick from My Hero Academy. Himiko Toga, I think. Let me pull up my picture. Da, 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 as they say. Here, just to kind of pull this, make my little point here. Let's zoom in on Harley, and then we'll move over to Toga. It's I don't know. It's the design that's kind of popping out at me as the similar aesthetic, and I get you. Like I kind of like her. She's got this kind of crazy girl aesthetic that could be pretty fun. And the guy who wrote ReZero wrote this. Could be heavy. Maybe. You might be right there. I don't know. This one might be worth bullying Brandon into watching because, well, let's just make him do it. Yeah, this is going to be a Brandon show. He can have fun watching that. Looks lame. Harley will be the answer. Yes, she's gonna be our special girl with who's the secret to everything, and is gonna be this main star of the show because modern Harley Quinn. Can we not do modern Harley Quinn? So, speaking of things we can do though, we can invite in a guest.
Lancelot, launch!
Hi, baby.
How you doing, buddy?
It's the third stream I am on today.
Dude, you get around in streams almost as much as I do.
No, I was with Clifton earlier today. A fantastic stream, just going around, trailers and old movies and stuff like that, and TV shows and fantastic stuff. And if you haven't, go and please subscribe to Clifton. Really fantastic guy. And then I was with Sir Talks a lot, and we talked about some stuff and some wrestling and he talked about some weird news today. So some weird stuff that happens in America, man.
Dude, I have no idea what all's been going on out there because I've had my head basically buried in like D&D books.
Yeah. Yeah, so you reacted to the suicide anime thing that they're doing.
So, all right. So I've kind of got my opinions on this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a bit mixed, but
I did the same thing in the beginning. I did. I don't like to have Peacemaker. I hate that character, man. I just Harley Quinn, fine, whatever, of course, you're doing a Suicide Squad. Of course, you need Harley. That's kind of a say these days. But it's like everything else. I don't know how to feel. I'm really mixed with it. It can go both ways. It can be entertaining. It can, but
well, the thing is, like, I think what's gonna have to come of it is we're just gonna have to get at least, and I'll pull this back up. They get an episode to sort of set the tone.
Yep. It's just a Peacemaker, man. Can we just draw Peacemaker, please? But I get it. He's popular because of James Gunn's show and all that. So of course they're gonna use him. And I don't know how I feel about Joker, man. I just don't. And I wish I could have made him a little bit more creepier, with a little longer nose, a little more of a different style, instead of looking like a femboy who likes to take it up the ass. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen the trailer though?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it.
Yeah. How did you feel with the trailer and stuff like that? Did you get like excitement or anything with it?
I'm curious about it. Like, I haven't completely written it off. So, if word is good on it from a few of the sources that I trust, and again,
Yeah.
if we can bully Brandon into watching it, then hey, maybe it'll turn out to be worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna I'm gonna give it a watch, as you know, as a big Harley Quinn fan and Joker fan and DC guy. So I'm gonna give it a watch at least. But if it's not good, it's not good. But I will give it a chance. Just I wish they didn't have Peacemaker. That's my biggest problem, I guess.
because I mean, looking at the other characters, I kind of like our princess. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do with this princess who looks like Harley Quinn. There could be some nonsense
Yeah.
there. I mean,
A lot of
maybe,
things they can do, of course. A lot of things they can do.
but Katana looks pretty cool. She's fine.
Yeah.
Like, can we just get rid of Amanda Waller?
Oh God, yeah. But it's like
She's not the most intimidating person in the world. She like
no, she's
a
not.
kind of dumpy black woman in management.
Yeah, right. No, and it's like the animation style they're using to the 3D-ish stuff that they're doing at the same time. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm more of a more hand-drawn, more old
Yeah.
school. I like it when it looks more normal anime styled. So I'm a little mixed on that. It's like I like Berserk, for example, and when they made a 3 movie thing,
Mhm.
and it had like the 3D anime stuff that with the other anime. Not the biggest fan of it, but it can be good. But I don't know.
What did you think about Batman Ninja?
Oh, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
See, I kind of enjoyed it. I'm like, it was
No.
kind of just its thing. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
we'll just enjoy
like
this for what it is.
I saw also when they had a crossover thing with the Ruby, animated show.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I was like, what the hell? That's so bizarre and stupid, man. That show even started dying out, unfortunately, and the original person who created it, also passed away. So of
Yep,
course it
Monty.
lost its charm. Yeah, because it
I
started
mean,
out as a YouTube show and stuff.
The thing is, Rooster Teeth really needed that because basically it's a dying platform, and I think Rooster Teeth is now officially shut down. So
Yeah,
it was like their last minute efforts just to try to keep just to keep that IP alive. And now
yeah,
it basically just exists in the Warner Brothers vault, so that they'll
yeah.
probably do. I think they're doing an anime reboot of it.
Probably. I will stick with some more of the older seasons of Ruby and when the original creator was alive and stuff like that, because then it still had the charm and the love in it.
Oh wait, hope you're not in Minnesota. No, thankfully I'm not. I'm not in Minnesota, but ooh, that's not good. Let me look that up.
Damn.
Oh, dude, I hope no one's getting hurt. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah, it's a little outside of our usual wheelhouse, but Rapidan Dam. Say that 3 times fast. Rapidan Dam in Minnesota is in quote imminent failure condition. Officials warn.
Damn. That's crazy, man.
It's a precarious state after recent flooding of the Blue East River, prompting officials to say that it's an imminent failure condition. As the river has cut around the sides of the dam, and the debris has been accumulating in the water. The imminent failure conditions and notify those who might be affected. We do not know if it will be totally failed or remain in place. However, we are determined that it was necessary to issue a notification to advise downstream residents and correct safety regulations. So, thankfully, no one's been hurt yet.
I see that David Glenn said, "Really, I'm in Minnesota. Stay safe,
dude.
brother."
Not even sure where Blue Earth County is located. Maybe we'll pull up a map.
Either way, stay safe in case. Stay safe in case. Yeah, right, Vince. Yeah.
And we're getting totally off track here.
Yeah. Well, it is big news, though, since this happened. So,
Yeah.
it is important.
Come on. Let's get back on track. They need a Gundam to save this, all right?
They need a Gundam, exactly.
Yeah.
Or a sword. Power Ranger sword. Or a Super Sentai sword, whatever,
No. Jace. They need a Gundam.
Oh, God. I didn't catch that. Fuck you. Yeah, that could probably help, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually talking about Gundam. I tried a Gundam show that they posted on YouTube with two lesbian couples.
Oh, The Witch from Mercury.
But yeah, I tried it out. Before I say what I feel, how do you feel about it?
I think I got about 7 episodes in, and then I dropped it.
Yeah, I think I got like 5 or 4 episodes in.
Like, I like the character of Suletta, but I just didn't.
Yeah.
I think it was a combination of, because it was the winter season, there were just so many other anime that were just kind of occupying my time.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was taking its time to get going, to actually build up like a real plot.
I really like the first episode, though. The first episode and stuff like that really intrigued me in the beginning. It had some action, it had some impactful story. It intrigued me really much, but it just slowed down for me, if you know what I mean. It's like didn't quite get the vibe that I hoped for it.
Too busy watching Jetman. Yeah, that sounds like you, Vince. Jetman, go to jet. I'm trying to remember how that. It's a banger of a theme, though.
Yeah, I don't remember it in the head right now.
Hang on. Breaking news.
Lancelot, launch!
We have a punk waddle.
Hey.
What did they say? Gundam. Hey, Jace.
Hey.
Come a little quiet there.
Hey, well, it's quiet. I need to fix the microphone a bit.
Usually, I just hopped in. Usually, it takes a couple seconds and it'll warm up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know that streamer has been a little weird lately too for some people. That the mic doesn't work completely for some people out there. So
I think this mic just needs time to warm up.
You just gotta stick it outside. You just gotta stick it outside that Texas summer heat.
Oh, let me tell you, I had to make a drive today, and well, let's just tell me. I will admit on stream, because she doesn't watch the show, that Sugar Waddle has been telling me that the AC in my car has been dying, and I've been stubborn for a while and saying it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's that. And then today I had to drive down a little ways, and in the morning it was cool enough that everything was working just fine. But as soon as it got to the heat of the day, the heat advisory kicked in. I made my stop. As soon as I got back in the car, it never cooled back down. And a couple hours of just sweating my little bottle self and trying to rehydrate all day.
So I complain about the heat here. It ain't nothing like no Texas heat. The difference, though, is that you guys are beaten down by the sun all year round with that.
You want us to send some weather from Norway down to you guys?
I mean, I'd be cool with that. I don't know if everybody wants snow. I mean, some people move to Texas to get away from snow.
It's not snow now, dude. Norway's not snowy. Not before the winter. But we have rain, and it's normally a little chilly, not that hot.
What's your ambient average temperature?
I have no fucking clue because it's like bipolar in Norway. It's bipolar. Okay, this is the thing with Norway. Suddenly it's warm, and then it's colder, and then it's raining, and then it's sun again, and then it's raining again, and then it's cold, and then it's sun again. Yeah, you never know what to expect. It's bipolar all the time.
It sounds like the Florida of Europe.
Well, Texas, they always say you don't like the weather, wait around 30 minutes because you're bound to get something, 2 or 3 changes by then. So, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want some weather, we have a lot of it.
That's cool.
I moved to Minnesota, so I would never have to wake up to 80 degrees at 7 a.m.
Oh. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
80 degrees at 8 a.m. sounds nice.
Captain Have Fun says, hail to that.
Hey, Captain's here too. Hail.
And yes, guys, help us out. Hit that like button. Do all the things of the doobly doo, and come on. Let's keep the chat. Let's keep the Mechpit going because there's always some bots to talk about. Unfortunately, we're just talking about the weather right now.
Now is this welcome to the mech weather or something, Unfortunately, we are not beautiful women on the screen. Could earn a lot of.
I'll have you know I identify as a beautiful woman.
And also one said, I spent a summer in Sweden. The water was cold. Yeah, that can happen down in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway.
When you start doing this, like if you give Vincent, do it because it's always guys everywhere. He's always following me around, so I think he knows my schedule better than I do sometimes.
I see him every time. I see him a lot too. It's a great, cool guy. It would be fun to have him on stream,
Oh, that's right. We do have one mecha anime that coming up this season of note.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Grindizer U.
Who dies or me?
Grindizer.
Oh.
Here, let me pull up a little trailer for this one because let's just try to get things set up and all right, I think this will be it. So let's jump over to this. And I believe our Grindizer will be on Crunchyroll, maybe. Let me look. Oh, actually doesn't have a streamer yet. But we'll be sure to figure that out in the next week or two, as I think this year's about 9 days.
Okay. Is the cinema animating starting that fast?
Yeah, actually, there's a couple that are starting up here, like within I think there's 1 or 2 that have already started.
Dang.
Like we're now past the first day of summer.
True.
It is summer season.
It makes sense. Time's just flying.
It really is. Of course. Let's stop and appreciate the fact that we got Go Nagai coming back to do one more series. He is like the godfather of so many anime genres that the man deserves his respect.
All right.
Duke. 俺の名前なのか。その代わり、俺が大輔さんの分まで怒って。
But Duke's a great name.
Yeah.
あれはマジンガー Z。コウジ君の相棒ね。
Love the music.
See, it's a Bandmade, which
Yep.
I've heard of. I've heard of them before.
Yeah,
so,
they are good. They are good. Love them. Love their music.
So hey, it's oh god, what was the
It's a good band.
There's a couple of bands I know that were getting a ton of work in the last decade. Like one of them did like 4 or 5 like the Bleach openings, for example.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been so many.
What was the band that did Seven Deadly Sins and a few others? Because they did a lot of that kind of.
I assume you're not talking about Flogging Molly.
No.
Wrong. 7 Deadly Sins.
I mean, Drunkwater likes to be 3 sheets to the wind sometimes.
I'm gonna get distracted trying to look that up now.
Raise what's left of the flag for me. Dun, 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 dun. We missed St. Patty's Day, but it's still in my heart. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're all Irish to St. Patty's Day, but
yeah.
There's our boy Grindizer.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and Mazinger.
Okay.
All right, just so we can break this up a little bit. Come on, we got some classic mechs coming in. Like we have Mazinger Z as part of this. And my favorite Go Nagai stories are very much Mazinger Z, Great Mazinger, Devilman, and of course Mazin Saga. Right there with you. He has some fantastic stuff. Have you guys checked out any of those works?
Devilman. I know Devilman.
Not well enough.
I would reach up for my Devilman manga, but it is
Yeah. I need to get back into that, man. It's been so long.
Oh, like I think you would be all over something like Devilman Crybaby.
Oh yeah, I watched it back in the day. It's been so long. Need to get back into it.
Do you recall my faded memory?
Okay, this looks interesting. When it's out? When was it out?
This is due out in about 9 days.
9 days. Okay.
Okay.
So it should be Wednesday. It should be coming out on, I guess, Wednesdays.
Let's see.
I think there's actually like 2 trailers out for this. Or wait, no, I might be. There's also the video game that came out, which that also came out. I think it's called the Feast of the Wolves. And because we got a little time, and it's a little bit of a slow week. Why don't we pull that up?
What Grensing it was? Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I just needed the name again so I can.
Oh, that was Grendizer U.
Grendizer.
Was that anime? And this is the most recent Grendizer video game. So this is the same franchise, just maybe slightly different for continuity. Whatever. Basically,
Yeah.
This would be if you watch that anime, some of this will come off as familiar.
Yeah.
Because
we
are talking about one of those legacy like 70s big
Oh
robot.
yeah. I just had to put that on my list. What we just saw. So
okay.
13.
Hang on, Grindizer.
I won't let them bother. Dizer punch! Double Harken! Hand beam!
I love it. It's got that kind of goofy 70s big robot
Let's
vibe.
get out of here.
Yeah,
Your time has
yeah.
come, cursed machine. Space Thunder! Spacer Cross. Spin Drills.
Dum dum.
Earth's not through yet, my friend. So, getting tired, Saucer Beast? Let's finish this. Hand beam! Screw punch! Anti-gravity storm!
This is currently available on Steam, and I knew this past weekend it was on sale for $20. So at the very least, if you might want to wish list it, wait for a sale.
Looks fun though.
PlayStation, huh? Is it on any other console or just a PlayStation and computer exclusive?
I think just as far as I know, PC and PlayStation.
Mhm.
I can do a little bit of searching real quick.
Yeah, if it's on PC, I can put it on a list and try to.
PC, Xbox. Basically, it's all about major consoles, even Switch. And this really feels like a Switch game.
It does.
Is it on Steam or?
Yes, sir.
Right.
It's just those cheesy enough, simple enough graphics that will not be slogged down and people won't complain.
Oh, little
Yeah.
shit. Mosquito flew in and got me on my forearm. No, but as time is going on and I'm kind of going back and check out a lot of earlier stuff, I'm really getting more appreciation for sort of these really goofy designs for these robots.
Yeah.
Like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
It's just a big wheel with two like dragon heads popping out the sides.
Yeah.
It's like a condensed Shenlong.
It's like an evil yo-yo.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to walk the
Yo-yo.
dog.
What's it called? Grover?
Want to go around the world? Around the world?
No.
That was Daft Punk Waddle's attempt.
Bravo. Oh no, okay, Vince, I feel you there, and I think kind of knowing the way a lot of these games have been going, I wouldn't be surprised to find out about it having the Japanese subs available. Like I if it's already in the game, if it's already like, there's no sense in locking that away. Just put it as an option. Some people use it, some people won't. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, normally when I played, games and stuff like Dragon Ball and other stuff, I normally put it on, Japanese, the original language. So if I can, of course, not everything you can, but if I can, I will.
I'll admit I'm a bit of a dub peasant at times.
Oh, that's completely fine. I always say this, it all depends on the context. And sometimes, like me, for example, sometimes I like to watch a dub if I'm going to watch anime because I'm doing multiple things at the time. I can't concentrate on one thing all the time. Sometimes I need to have the dub on the side if I'm going to multitask and can concentrate. But when I can't concentrate, I will go for a sub. But it also depends on the voice actors. It's like, again, I'm using Death Note as an example. The dubbing became more popular and the Japanese itself because they were so classic, voice actors. And because also the guy who he was also in Gundam. If you remember back when we watched a little Gundam, the guy who plays
Mhm.
Light, he also plays in the older Gundam stuff, and they had a lot more passion that the Japanese voice actors didn't have apparently. And I do agree with that. When I've heard, it's like, yeah, there is something with the English voices in the dub right there. So it all depends, context and all that kind of stuff. So I think dub is fine. I
Yep.
think it is fine. It depends on what you like. It's like, I take my sister for example. I got her into anime, but she has worse dyslexia than I have, so it's
Mm.
really hard for her to read. So when I'm watching like Korean series with her, Japanese series, or anime, we watch it on dub so she can understand. So it all depends on context. So I think it's fine. It's no problem.
What's your stance, Punk Waddle?
Well, I mean, I understand. Okay, so it's also how is it introduced. There's sometimes you hear the dub first or the sub first, and
Yeah.
if the subtitles are going in a way that are easy to read and the pacing is good and you get used to the voices and you appreciate that and you try the sub version or the dub version, it's just weird and wonky. I mean, it's the same thing. I've started watching shows as a dub and then try to go to the sub and it's halfway through the season. It's like I don't know these characters or voices or connections.
Yeah.
I know there's some people who will like a show so much they'll watch it in both. I do understand the issue that if the localizers, if people aren't translating well and you're getting a completely different story than what
Yeah.
they actually
That's
gave you, that's a huge issue. But in the world that the translations are trying to be honoring and accurate, I think consuming them in a dub format, like you said, because sometimes there's shows that are kind of not action enough that you don't have to be watching the screen to get all the time. Sometimes there is the so action paced like Zeta Gundam or something, and all these star battles that you don't have time to read what they're saying. Like I don't want to watch the same scene 15 times to get the conversation and the action in the right order.
I mean, yeah, there are times where you can get just in general, a really good dub. Like I know Yu Yu Hakusho is, and it's like it's an older one, I know, so but I keep going back to it. Yu Yu Hakusho has a really good dub.
yeah.
Like so much so that
That
I've
is
heard
one of
people
the good
say
ones.
exactly that it's one of the better ones.
Yeah. I will say that and Death Note are two of the best dubs I've heard. Two of them that I will put highly on the list of dubbing. The dubbers for Death Note became so popular. So when they made the live action movies, the Japanese live action movies back in the day, they even got the voice actors back for it to dub it because they were
That's
so popular and people loved the voice actors. So like, oh, we want you back to dub it.
the biggest thing I would say with the dubbing houses and all that is that you end up with the same pool of 15 to 20 people, main voices. So
Mhm.
especially if you like Gundam or if you like certain shows from certain studios, it's like, okay, the same voices, but they're going to be in different characters and I have to learn how they sound because yeah, a voice actor can do so many different voices in the same show and they can keep it different. But when they're doing their main character voice or their more popular tones, you can
Yeah, that
tell
can
it's
be
them,
yeah.
you know? And I do think that has some people who follow, and this happens with everything. They create this. They follow the voice actors and what they play. The character plays sometimes more in tune to their voice than the character itself, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Kind of mold it all together.
If you're gonna have a dubber, then it should be someone that at least can do multiple voices at least, and not do the same stuff every single time they are gonna dub a character. Because then it's just like, now you just sound like the other character I saw a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Get the same personality in a way. Yeah.
So, as it currently stands, just to kind of keep us on the anime talk. I'm sort of at a little bit of a crossroads because I've gone ahead and I've finished up. I finished up the last major Kamen Rider series I was just watching through, and I've got one or two
Satisfying?
anime. Yeah, no. So, all right. So I guess I'll talk about that real quick. Kamen Rider X8 is pretty fun, actually, all things considered. Very video game inspired. I'll pull up a visual reference. So Kamen Rider X8 was basically took these combined elements of like video games and doctors, where both have to deal with fighting viruses, computer viruses,
Yeah.
doctors. So there's a bit of a through line there that was a little surprising to an extent, where each one of the riders where you wound up getting riders getting power ups based on the various video game types. And also, and I think I'm sure I've shown this to you before, but I mean, here's the little poster for it.
Yep. I just couldn't get into it, man, because of the suits. I just couldn't. I just couldn't.
Well, I thought you liked pink though.
Yeah, I do like pink, but that just doesn't drag me in because it looks stupid.
I mean, it definitely sort of leans into a lot of that kind of 2010s like bright colors.
Yeah. No problem with the colors. I just a whole look. But the show can be decent,
One of the riders is literally the motorcycle. It was literally the motorcycle.
All right.
So
you finally finished it? That's what you said?
Yes. 45 episodes. I just finished it last night.
Was the ending good for you? Like, were you satisfied with the ending?
Yeah, I'd say so. Ultimately, their doctors are going to keep going and being doctors. The fight is never truly over.
Yep.
And yes, Vince, there is. They've got a D-pad on his chest. And yeah, we'll go back to the other one just to show that off real quick. In fact, that like on the chest, that little bar across here, which I know it's a little hard to see, but that's supposed to be a life meter. So as they fight, that slowly goes down, and when that basically before it completely falls to zero, they have to kind of depower up and basically get out of the fight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if you fall to zero, you die.
Do they have healing? Because they're doctors.
Not really.
I thought they were doctors, man, and they in this game stuff and shit. They need to find a way to heal, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, no, don't worry. Look, they totally heal. Look, he's got a gun.
Just healing with a gun.
Bang bang shooter.
Yeah, maybe I will take a look at some point when I'm done with other stuff I'm watching, just to see.
Punk, you want to drop out?
Yeah, like I said, I've been gone all day. The heat, finally getting the AC. Probably need to do a couple things and trying to get here, but also, yeah. I know you're probably gonna wrap up soon anyway.
Yeah, maybe another 10-15 minutes. But
okay, but I just wanted to say hi to you guys and hang out before I did that. So try to be back with more energy next week too.
Yeah, no. But like I said, anyway, thank you so much for showing up. It's always great to have you by. As always, folks, Punk Waddle's link is in the description. Check them out. And here, let me. Let's see. How should we get you out of here?
Chat, you are lovely. Thanks for being here too.
But maybe I will give it a watch, just to see how it is. But first, I want to get done with Go Busters and some other Sentai stuff and Kamen Rider stuff. But we watched,
Mhm.
the Kamen Rider movie together a couple of days.
Yep,
It
we
was,
did just watch Shin Kamen Rider.
yeah. And you said it was going to be a TV show, so I'm really excited for that because there's so much I feel like they need to expand upon.
Yeah, because Shin Kamen Rider was like a lot of fun. The character just looks fantastic. Like with the trench coat draping behind him, he's got the best fucking motorcycle ever.
Both writers are in the movie. Looks fantastic. Like it's a really good movie. It just really rushed, unfortunately. I think that's the biggest issue I had was the fast pacing, and you saw there were like clips there that should have been there, and it would have been better as a TV show. But you said it was going to be a TV show that was extended, so I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to that.
I mean, they're not gonna like go and completely retell it. You're gonna see a lot of the footage from that movie in the show. They're just filming some additional footage to kind of help flesh it
Just
out more.
Yeah, to flesh it out the story a lot more.
Because you got to remember, it was being filmed in the middle of all the COVID stuff, so
Oh yeah.
there was a lot more. There's probably a lot
Restrictions
more
they
they wanted
had
to
in
do.
film industry.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it was too it was so much restrictions in the film industry at that time, and especially in Japan too.
So as it is, I'm sort of between series right now, and so I'm kind of looking around like, well, I just finished that Kamen Rider series. What am I going to go to next? Do I want to go to the next series and go to Kamen Rider Build, which I'll pull him up real quick. That said, I believe the Nerdist website had an article where they ranked it as like their number one like best series, and it frankly the character looks great.
Nothing beats Zero. That is the best suit. Yeah, that's a cool suit, but it doesn't beat Zero. Zero is still better.
But I'm kind of thinking I might go back a couple years sooner and go with something like Kamen Rider Kiva, which has kind of got this like kind of vampire kind of
Yeah.
horror aesthetic to it. I mean, his leg sprouts bat wings. Like, dude.
Yeah. Batman can go to bed now, He's gonna take over.
Yeah, here. Look at this dude. Look at him.
Yeah, that is an epic suit. That is a good suit.
He looks like his favorite video game is Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I love that. That actually looks pretty. What was the name of this writer show?
Kamen Rider Kiva. Kiva.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I am using a website that has everything. So everything from Kamen Rider to Super Sentai to everything. Because I need to use that because I live in Norway, people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of restricted on what you have available. It's only so much you can do about it.
Yeah. Because the YouTube channel I was using that streamed all of this kind of stuff got shut down.
Mars, there's a number of them available. And really, you can't go, assuming you're in the US. So that's the first hurdle, because Kamen Rider rights aren't like the Super Sentai or Power Rangers or Ultraman, where they're pretty wrapped up. The rights for Kamen Rider are kind of all over the place, and different companies have to come in and pick up the rights for different regions. That said, though, you have a number of options available. And the series Jace is talking about, which I will pull up a picture of, is the 2019 Kamen Rider 01. So just to put that in context, like, hey, this was a series that was coming out at the same time as like the CW was airing The Flash. And the CW was in that big downfall of the quality of their shows. This was something I had kind of come to, and I was like, holy crap, this stuff looks amazing. It is it is just the superhero stuff I was wanting.
I like that show, and I like the cop guy, and I like it all, and this suit is just my favorite, and I do love the main character, how quirky he is, and he tries to be this magician comedy guy and all this kind of stuff, and I just really love this whole series. This is my favorite series of Rider. Um, and the suit is just my favorite. This is just my favorite suit. The coloring and everything. And if I don't remember wrong, he's a grasshopper. If I don't remember wrong, that's what. Yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
the general thing is the Kamen Rider was originally kind of based off like a grasshopper, and so
yeah,
they've always kind of kept that aesthetic of a
yeah,
slight insect theme to it, and motorcycles because
yeah.
motorcycles are cool.
And I do
And
also
yeah,
the
just
cop guy is the wolf. If I don't remember wrong, he's the wolf. So
yep.
and I love that. It is a good show. I'm currently rewatching that. So
So just for a little context, it's a series about it, but basically this kid who's basically given the keys to a major like tech company that makes
yeah,
AI robots. So
yeah,
in some ways, it's kind of prescient for a lot of what we're starting to see with the likes of AI, which is really interesting to see.
and I
And
do
here,
feel
just
bad
a
for the main character too. Because um the one who was watching over him was an AI.
there she was. And yeah, as the guys were, as I think Vince was saying in the chat here. Oh, you could find a number of these on over on Tubi, which
Don't have that in Norway. They have not. Then I need to use a VPN.
so
And I don't.
here's 01. Kuga
Yeah.
was the 2001 series that
I like that woman right there. Damn. Look at those hits.
one Chambara, the Bikini Samurai Squad. I don't quite remember that Kamen Rider series.
Me neither, but I love what I see.
So anyway, here's the original from '73, which they
Yeah.
have available. Worth checking out, but again, you got to kind of mind it was a really cheaply shot show, so they had to get really creative with the effects. It's fun
Yeah.
for it. I enjoy it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But my personal favorite is last year's series, Kamen Rider Geats. Like I absolutely adore this series.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
it's
gonna watch that after Zero. After I'm done
it was
rewatching it.
it was done to sort of cash in on the whole Squid Games and popularity of Fortnite.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun, and he wants to be like one of the most powerful Kamen Riders out there,
Yeah.
which is something concerning. Like some of these guys can like go toe to toe with like the Flash, or some of them could like deck Superman.
Yeah.
You're like, it starts off like, holy cow, like, wait, these guys are. It's like it starts off with something like, oh, he's just like fighting like rubber suit monsters. Yeah, that's cool. And wait, this guy can pause time. We're in episode 5. He gets more powerful. But yeah, no, there's the thing is there's like 20, 30 different series, so there's always another one you can check
Yeah.
out.
There's so many. There's so many series of Sentai and Kamen Rider.
Speaking of, have you been watching the current series, Jace?
A new Super Sentai?
Well, Sentai, but I was actually talking about Gotchard.
No, I haven't started on Gotchard yet. Dude, I'm watching so many things at once. I need to get done with the stuff I'm gonna get done with.
Here, I'll pull up a little reference image, but
But I
Kamen
know
Rider
how it
Gotchard
looks.
is the current series.
Yeah.
It's a little more lighthearted than I really care for, so this one is kind of losing me. This one is, I think, kind of.
Yeah.
This one, I think, I have kind of low on my list. I think it's like I have it about a C, like a low C.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen
But
it yet, so I can't say anything quite yet on it. But I'm gonna give it a chance and see how it is at least when I'm done with the other stuff I'm watching.
yeah, the whole gimmick is capturing. He's basically Pokemon catching all these little chemi monsters to turn into cards that he wants to be friends with, so he can change his suit out.
Oh,
I mean,
okay, that's interesting.
it's silly. It plays into a lot of ideas with alchemy.
Yeah,
It's a good looking suit, but the suit design can only take you so far. If we wanted to sit here to rank suit designs, we could do that list, but
yeah, of course. No, this a lot of the shows have good suits and stuff, but it doesn't mean the show is gonna be like a top tier.
exactly.
Then we have to be
I mean-
fan of all the superheroes out there that has bad stories.
I mean, God, how many times could we have the argument over like what's the best Batman suit? Like,
yeah, right. What's the best one?
Yeah, I mean, hell, look at the talk about Superman.
Oh yeah,
People argue about the tidy whities being the inside, the outside. Like right now, the argument is about how all the lines of the detailing on the new Superman suit.
yeah,
Personally, I want to see him strip a lot of that away and like really pull it back, but
yeah.
that's not the way
We
they want
can
to go.
we can end this debate. The best Batman suit will always be Batman Beyond. I don't care what anyone says. That's the best suit ever made of Batman. That's my favorite suit.
You just want to start fights, don't you?
But when I grew up, that was always my favorite. It's like I love Bruce Wayne. Don't get me wrong, I love Bruce Wayne, but Terry will always be my Batman because that's how I fell in love with the Batman universe. You know, the character of Batman, and I've always been a big fan of the Batman Beyond suit. It's always been my favorites.
Which one?
The original one.
The animated
Yeah,
Batman Beyond.
yeah, the original one. That is the best one. My favorites.
I don't know. I can't follow you on that one.
That's completely fine, man. What's your favorite then?
Oh, for Batman, it's
Yeah.
tough, but I think I gotta go with like the OG. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's right. It took us 3 streams to like go through all the Batman suits. Yeah, that's
But many
that's a
suits, man.
that's a flashback.
But it is many nice looking suits.
Yeah, that was the black with the red bat, red
Yeah.
bat symbol.
Mm.
I gotta go with I kind of gotta go with the classic, and I gotta go with the animated one. I think it's sort of the peak Batman design.
It's a good suit. Of course it is. Not my favorite though, but it's good. It's OG.
So let me ask you then. You said 01 is your favorite design for the just to kind of steer it back into some of the tokusatsu stuff.
Yeah. That's always been my favorite suit because I love the coloring and I love the design on it. It's like my type of design. It's not too hard. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's just a perfect mix of everything that I like.
And we're talking the base design.
Yeah, base design, everything here. It's not too much, not too little, just perfect. You know, little basic with a little extra, just the way I like it. Because when it's overdone, I don't like when it's overdone. I like it when it's like in the middle with a fine texture of it all.
Because actually, let me pull up a slightly different picture of this. Oh, that is big.
DJ Ronnie G, hail to your brother. Good to see you in the chat.
Because I think as is my favorite like base rider design is Wizard.
It's a good one too. It's a good one. Not my favorite, but it's a good one.
I mean, like he's got the kind of the rubies doing this kind of almost 6-pack down the middle of the chest. He's got the duster. He's got a duster jacket look to it, where he's able to kind of flare that out, and it has style.
It has style. I do agree.
Yeah, well, it's like the way he kind of flips it out, and it adds something to sort of the showmanship.
If it gets another belt, that could have been more appreciated on the suit. But the belt annoys the crap out of me. I get like OCD just looking at it.
Where I don't know, he does some weird thing where it's like there's like two little buttons on the top, and the handle flip sides.
Yeah.
He had some silly designs as the series went on, and I don't really like the later. I don't really like the later designs. It's just like I'll stay with the base default form for the guy. That's where I'll
Yeah.
stay, because I
Yeah.
really don't like the diamond form he got for his final.
I've not seen this writer show, so I don't know how it looks. I just know about the suit. I've seen the suit before. That's it, because it's
Because
on my
I've
list.
used it. I won't shut the fuck up about it.
No, but I'm watching these kind of stuff too. So
Here you go, just to show you like all the variances on his suit.
yeah. No, the
Like,
basic. I like the basic the best.
yeah, I'll even give you like sort of this upgraded look with the red. Like it kind of works, but I don't know.
Too
It's like
much for me. Too much.
exactly. It's too
Now,
much.
like other than the belt on his basic suit, it's not too much, it's not too little. It is a good mixture of what's cool and nice, simple and a little extreme, but you get the mixture of it, the yin and yang of the suit.
And then here's that fucking upgraded like.
Yeah, man. That's not good at all.
No. The thing is like that's kind of the fun thing, but there's always like a new power up every like couple episodes. We gotta have a new design, a new aesthetic to come in and show off. And then you get a show like, I don't know, Kamen Rider Gaim, which has like a bunch of other aesthetics to it. I can't find a good picture of all the. But that was the one that has the. That was the fruit samurai themed one.
What you mean?
It was very samurai inspired.
Yep, it was. And for me, too much for me. It is too much.
I mean, it winds up being pretty good in the end. I think this is a solid A.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen
But
it yet, so I need it.
like it starts out silly, but then as this goes on more and more, it's playing with a lot of kind of biblical elements,
Okay.
which makes it interesting because they're like talking about like basically like someone's gonna get the forbidden fruit and basically get the power, basically get like the power of a god to sort of dictate reality.
Yeah.
There's like a person who's basically the snake, who's basically the serpent.
Mm.
A lot of fun, and it was the series it was one I did after Wizard, so it was actually a step up for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I still
yeah,
have
that's
so much that I need to watch. I'm watching a lot, but it's a long list, people. It's a long list of different series.
but you know what? That's kind of the fun thing, though. We just
It
let me
is.
get rid of this because I mean we're basically going down a couple of rabbit holes of all new stuff that just kind of out there.
Yep. Instead of watching
And-
Acolyte, go and watch Kamen Rider or Super Sentai.
And I mean, plus the best thing is every series is its own standalone thing, so there's no real order you have to try.
You don't need an order at all. And sometimes you will have team ups. Sometimes heroes can meet and stuff like that. But you don't need to watch the others to understand anything.
No.
But I can make you interested if you have like a team up with another writer or a Super Sentai character. They can make you interested to like, oh, this character is cool. I want to watch this show after. I want to see what this is about. That's what I like about it.
No, same. It's like for example, I picked Wizard because of like that's a cool looking suit, and I don't have to really follow any continuity. Let's just check this out. Like, unfortunately, it's a C, but I mean, there's so many other options that I'm like,
Yeah.
this one had some good promise at the start. maybe there's just a better one I could check out. And I've been so happy that I've stuck around and kept with it, because I'm not getting the superhero stuff I want out of the West, so I went East.
Yeah. But no, I've always said this, Japan and stuff like that. They've always had great stuff with everything that you basically want, from characters, stories. They have such a big bunch of good stuff, and that's why I always have loved Japan, and that's why I'm happy I grew up watching Japanese and Chinese and Korean stuff and stuff like that, because it was just so much more variations on everything that I like.
Plus, of course, for all this talk we've had of Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, there is, of course, the biggest hero around that's still out there. Ultraman.
Ultraman, yeah, we have Ultraman. They just released the new.
Yep. Over on Netflix, Ultraman Rising just came out, and I really
Yeah,
need to sit down and finish it.
I saw that came out. I've not seen it, but
So this Ultraman arc is the next upcoming Ultra series, and is basically getting uploaded straight to YouTube
really?
with an English dub too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not even gonna try playing it because that's Super. I'm sure Subaraya is very litigious with like copyright claims, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to do any sort of react.
Yeah, in case. Yeah, no, I totally understand that.
So Mars Monkey Max, this will be premiering on, I believe, the 6th. Let me pull up a calendar. Yep. So it'll be July 6th Japan time. So we'll be able to watch it basically Friday evenings is when it'll be uploaded straight to YouTube. Take advantage of what I think is one of the coolest features that YouTube has that has had so little use: language options. You can choose which audio track you're listening to, which until Ultraman came along, I had no idea was even an option.
Yeah.
In fact, like straight up on their
watch.
YouTube, that's kind of the great thing. Straight on their YouTube channel, you can basically go through a bunch of the back catalog.
Yeah. At least that was also one of the good things with Power Rangers. What they did later on was actually releasing the seasons, every season on most old seasons on YouTube, so you can watch it and stuff if you want to watch Power Rangers.
Yeah, just pull up their YouTube channel, Ultraman Official, where they're 30-minute episodes, same day as they air in Japan.
Yeah.
And for a series or two, they even do them straight with the English dub, plus playlist. Even if it doesn't have an English dub, subtitles are available. Thank you, YouTube.
That is also a good feature.
But yeah, it's pretty good time to be kind of check out some of the alternative entertainment out here.
Yeah. Now, I always said this, and I'm always gonna say this. Everything from Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and a lot of stuff from Japan and Asia and stuff with superheroes. I've always said this, and always will have this meaning, is that they have a lot better stories and a lot better characters and a lot more stuff that I've always loved more. I love Marvel, I love DC, but not as much as I love Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and stuff from Japan and Asia and all these other countries. That makes just a lot of great stuff.
Yeah. And ultimately, that's what we're here to do. Let's celebrate some good stuff. Are there some good Batmans? Is there probably some good Batman stuff to come out? Yeah, probably, but we'll have to wait and see. Is there some?
I just don't care anymore. That's the thing. If there is like a new Batman comic and we say it's pretty decent, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it though. I don't care about it. I'm just gonna go back and read stuff that I know that I really fucking like. That's what I'm gonna do.
Don is always pushing me to watch some Power Rangers. I watched them years ago. See, I've stepped away from the Power Rangers and I'm just kind of jumped into the Sentai because
the Sentai.
I just got kind of tired of a lot of the fact that it has this big build-up continuity that complicates things.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, but I'm really liking going into the Sentai, going into the Kamen Rider, going to even to some extent Ultraman. You don't have a ton of continuity where you need to know like all the deep lore that they have to pay attention to. We got to keep building up new, bigger, and badder threats. It's like, do we really? Can we just tell a story and not have to try to explain the
That's
origins of
that.
these powers every time?
What I liked with the old Power Range from Mighty Morphin to In Space is that was all one storyline until Sword and Dice and all that. That was the whole plot. It was a one timeline, and Lost Galaxy is like its own. It's like a weird thing, because you have one of the characters from In Space there, the sister to the main Power Ranger, main red guy there, because she becomes a ranger in Lost Galaxy. And then, of course, we get to like the Lightspeed Rescue. I didn't care too much about it. Time Force was pretty decent. Wild Force, okay. And then we had, I liked Ninja Storm, but I like the Super Sentai version better. And then we have, of course, Dino Thunder, that I think is also really fantastic. I really like Dino Thunder because that was like the only one of all the series that came after In Space, or we can say Lost Galaxy because it is in the same continuity as the others in the beginning. But Dino Thunder wrapped like everything really well up. It was perfect the way it was done. And that was like, and SPD, I do like SPD, but I do like the Japanese Sentai version better. So I don't care too much about the Power Ranger SPD. I only care about some characters because of the comics, because of JJ, the son of Tommy. But other than that, Dino Thunder did a perfect, ending for like the main story, in my opinion. But
So a couple, I think some of these were like the early 2000s. Like I want to say 03, 04 might be when like
yeah,
Time Force and SPD came out, which were good series. And
yeah,
I'll admit, like those were great for the way they kind of built up on a lot of that.
yeah, and
But
SPD was like the good
looking
thing.
back, but the thing is, looking back at all this, like now 20 plus years later, there's something to kind of appreciate for not having to have 30 years of continuity to try to maintain.
Yeah. No, exactly. But no, I have gone through or I've gone through a whole Power Ranger watch not that long ago, and I always stop on SPD. I don't watch Turbo. I don't like Turbo at all. I think it's horrible. I like characters in it, but again, the Super Sentai they were using were like Super Sentai parody of Super Sentai when it was Super.
It
It was
was
thing.
it was one of the comedy seasons.
Yes, and it was a parody of itself. That was the point. It was a parody of itself. That was the whole show. That's also what the show is called. It's a parody of Super. That's even Japanese. Even they say
And,
themselves. It's a
and
parody. Of,
then they decided to make one of the Rangers like a literal child. He just gets aged
yeah.
up into like the adult body, and
Yeah, but Super Sentai did the same. Super Sentai did the same. With the White Tiger, Tommy's character. When you see Tommy in the suit in Mighty Morphin and stuff, that's actually him. That's actually original footage from the Power
Yep.
Rangers. Because the original stuff, that Power Ranger was not part of that team at all, and that was actually a literal child in the Super Sentai. But one thing that Dino Thunder did that none of the other shows really did, and that was actually editing and creating new scenes with villains and fighting and everything like that. They did more of that in that show than other Power Ranger shows. And that's the only show that they actually gave credit and love to Super Sentai in the series. because they have a special episode where they watch an episode of Super Sentai of their own
Oh
Power Ranger
yeah.
suits. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's one of my favorite suits. It's also Trent, and the Japanese version too. That is my favorite white Power Ranger suit of all time. It is my number one favorite suit of Power Rangers and Super Sentai. I love just
Jace.
talking geek shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna go check out a little bit of. I think I might go check out a bit of Kiva just because like I'm really feeling that aesthetic, and I think
Yeah.
I already have it downloaded. But guys,
Yeah.
this has been a lot of fun, and I think might be a good place to call things for tonight. Let me go ahead and drop a link for the Shin Kamen Rider stream tomorrow because we've got thoughts for that. I know I've got some thoughts for that, and I'll be curious to see what the guys think. And all right, so yeah, sorry, I had a brain. I had to try to think and type at the same time. Jace, what do you have coming up?
Let me just double check things here real
I
fast.
think I saw you had a stream scheduled for what, tomorrow night?
Yeah. So I don't know if I will be able to join the Kamen Rider stream. So I need to see a little bit on that. And the reason we have a stream tomorrow is because on Thursday we are not gonna have a stream on the channel. That's because Pacific Forum 4 Mike is gonna have a stream. It's politics, all that kind of stuff. The debate that happens that day with two people. I'm not gonna go in because this is not
Oh,
politics.
right, that's going on.
Yeah. So since this is not a political channel and stuff like that, so just presidential stuff and shit like that.
It's just a matter of fact is hey, there's a presidential debate Thursday.
Yeah, so he's gonna do that. So that's why I am not gonna stream that day. But tomorrow we are gonna do a stream. We don't know how long we're going for. We're just gonna go to a couple of news articles, and yeah, that's my new music channel with my solo music. So thank you. Yeah, I make music, Aaron. Didn't you know?
Oh, yeah, you would show me something. And you're. I'm liking what I'm hearing. So guys, definitely check out his music channel because I think you'd be surprised with the variety you'll find.
Yeah, because the solo project is not metal; it's completely variated of different stuff. But normally, it's Wednesdays we have 5 casts. Normally on Thursdays it is the Beyond, and also on Fridays I am on Comic Relief Crusader, and we talk about pop culture and other stuff there too. And you can also find me on Sir Toxilos's channel on Mondays. Normally, I was there 2 times today. Actually, I've been on with the 4 streams in a way. So to you, Monkey Max, with my band, we are doing, everything from synth metal and different type of metal in that kind of genre, and just trying to do some fun stuff. Trying to do something that we like.
You see, here in Norway, we have all types of music. We have the industrial metal, we have the synthwave metal, we have all the metals. That's all the music.
Yeah. Next year we're gonna make a full black metal album, for example. So it's all different what we like of metal. We just want to do different stuff in the band because we're just 2 people who enjoys making music, and he's the one who drums and do most of those kind of stuff. The solo music is everything from dark trap, electronic, pop. I released 2 new songs on that new YouTube channel, and those are one dark trap electronic stuff. The other one is a personal song. It's a 5-minute song, but it's a first time I've done a pop song and got them. I probably could have fixed some stuff with the vocals. I heard that was some glitch here and there after I tried to edit it, but it's the first time I've ever tried in my life to edit a fucking pop song. But it's a personal song. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. So a lot of varieties, and also some, I just like doing whatever in music. What I like to call it, like Bruce Lee, says, a style without a style. that's what it is. I have style without a style.
Okay.
Just I take everything that I like and I do everything that I like. So yeah, thank you.
Real quick, I want to go back and kind of address this. So like kind of like what we were saying with Kamen Rider, is kind of no real correct place to start. Just kind of check out some of the stuff that's available. 01 might be a good place to start because it's you have the advantage of modern effects. Like it's a 2019 series, and which was also kind of the start of the Reiwa era for the Japanese calendar. So they're definitely coming out. They're definitely coming out of the gate, firing on all cylinders. So you have the advantage of also some kind of the modern CG for some of the effects work. You have special effects that can really put the CW to shame, which I know is a bit of a dated reference at this point, but for the time when it was airing, it was absolutely true. Aside from that, just kind of as I've talked about, Kamen Rider Geats is a favorite of mine. That's well worth your time, and kind of find what you can from there. There's not really a right or wrong way to go about it. Just kind of find a suit that looks cool, or maybe look into them a little bit and find an aesthetic you like. Do you want something with a bit more of a fairy tale or fantasy kind of a slant to it? Maybe you like Kamen Rider Saber.
Yep.
And of course, my phone is going off. But
well, what
so
Win says, pick a suit you like, start watching.
Exactly.
I think that's a great way to do it.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect one. Pick a suit you like, start watching. You can't go wrong that way. Sometimes you might find something that'll really surprise you. It might start off a little goofy, but stick with it a little bit, and you'll be there. You'll be in for the ride. And I don't know, maybe you just won't look back because again, look, I mean, so the series went on a brief hiatus for about 10-15 years in the late 80s into the 90s. And then once the year 2000 came around, they've effectively done a like basically 50 episode series a year, every year. So you have now 24 series you can go check out.
So crazy how many episodes they have and movies.
They celebrated the 1000th episode like 6 years ago.
And they also have movies and stuff like that for it, and no, it's a lot. Even with Super Sentai.
I was hoping to find a good like lineup of all the riders. Yeah, this will do. And you gotta realize this one is also a couple years old, so this is like maybe 2/3 of all the series present. Oh, there we go. And you're like, that's a lot of them out there. Which one would I start with? Which one looks cool? You got on the far left your Drive, who's literally has a tire in his chest, and I haven't watched a ton of that one, so I can't really say for sure. My boy Wizard is there, of course, hidden in the background, so you can't see his suit. Kiva's the Batman. Kuga is available on Tubi, and it's a little kind of a back to the original form of the series that might be worth checking out. I showed Build briefly. I really like W. He's the 2-in-1 rider. It was pretty fun. Gaim is our Fruit Samurai. Blade here has a bit of a card aesthetic, so he's supposed to be, I think, based on spades. Ryuki is another kind of card one where it's like riders fighting riders in like a mirror world. XA is one I just finished up today, which is video games. Like I said, it's like every year they throw a dart at like a Dollar General. And they find an idea to build an entire series around. I think this is what Zio has a watch theme, so time plays a big part in it. Yeah, there is a lot.
There is a lot, but I will say 01 is the best no matter what.
Oh yeah, and he's not even on here. That just shows you like there's been a lot of these on here.
Yeah. This is just a few of many.
Actually, it was like, oh god, it's actually weird. It's like ZIO,
Yeah, the CIO, yeah.
and I believe if I pull Tubi back up real quick.
That came out in 2018, didn't it?
Oh yeah, well, so this I believe is a movie that was somehow got added to the list. So you might be able to get a little taste of it there.
Yep.
And at an hour and 40 minutes, that almost might be an anniversary special because I'm seeing sort of in his shadow a bunch of the other riders. So maybe that's a chance to get a little taste of a bunch of riders.
And if you
I don't know,
like
I need to watch
women, I recommend watching that beautiful Japanese woman right there. I don't know what it is, but I want to watch it.
You don't want to watch Dominator?
I want to go up, man. I want that woman. Look at her tits. It's big tits, man. That's some nice titties. I want to motorboat that. Yes, Vince. Bikini Samurai Squad. Let's go. And more beautiful women. Look at that.
Oh, actually,
Slave man.
as I was scrolling down, we're finding a few more of these. Here's
Is
Ryuki,
that
also
problematic?
available.
Is that problematic? Slave man? Slave man.
Wait, where's Slave Man?
Go up. There.
Oh, Slave Man! Holy crap!
Yeah, that's interesting.
Does he fight with a whip?
I don't know. That would be funny. Goes or yeah, I've actually seen the Dragon Ball thing, the Chinese Dragon Ball thing there. The special. It's weird.
You watch Machine Girl?
Yeah, maybe. That's interesting.
Omega 1,
Yeah, yeah.
Ultra 7X.
They even
good
have
one.
tech in here.
Babes with Blades. There you go, Jace. Steampunk Samurai Biker Chicks. Eat Man.
Let's see here. Vince said, I think the whip is his only weakness. Oh, I'm so happy we found that as that was actually funny. Never in my life I thought there was gonna be a hero called Slave Man.
I'm just going down the rabbit hole now. We're scrolling. We're finding all these other shows. A lot of Ultraman. There's a lot of other stuff.
Is, yeah. But it
Anyway.
just shows again how much diversity it is of TV shows and you know a lot of stuff to see. It's so diverse of so many characters and storylines and everything.
Well, I mean, it's something we gotta watch. It's something to watch that doesn't have to stop and opine over the state of like modern Hollywood aesthetics. But anyway, so to kind of wrap up, for myself, of course, talk hard tomorrow, talking about Shin Kamen Rider with special guest, the OGGM, because he had a lot of fun with Shin Godzilla, that he's more than willing to come back to talk a little bit more tokusatsu with us. Of course, then tomorrow night I'll be back on with T-shirt historian for our little midweek update, and we get to talk about all the Latino orcs that are apparently now in Wizards of the Coast D&D.
Yeah, I heard about that. Someone sent me a picture and talked about that.
They'll be fun. There'll be much to be had, much to be talked about.
Yep.
And of course, Friday will be. We recently updated the show. The Friday night comic shop show has been redubbed to Clobby's Comic Shop in memory of the late great Clobbering Times.
Rest in peace, a great man.
He was one of the best of us, and the world is a darker place without him.
Yep. It's like I say, he might be gone, but never forgotten.
They say a man suffers two deaths. There's there's the day he stops breathing, and there's the day that he stops being talked about.
Gonna miss him
I think
too.
for many of us, like that second death, we're gonna keep his name strong and going for many years to come. He will be with us for much time. But
If not, he will come down on us and do clobbering time on us.
yeah. All you gotta do is talk. All you gotta do is praise Zack Snyder, and he'll show up to.
Oh my
Play
god,
it
he's gonna
SmackDown.
kick the shit out of me. God damn.
All right, so let's see. What should we do to get out of here? Let's go to Detroit.
Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that!